The International Folk Art Market is a magical event. It brings artists from all over the world.
Over 150 artists from over 50 countries for a long weekend to Santa Fe.
They come to Santa Fe, which is a town that welcomes people from all cultures and traditions, and they come to sell their arts.
This is the only platform or arena where I feel they have the best international folk art, which showcases such a big variety of folk art. That's why people are coming again. The quality of craft and the authenticity of the craft and the way it's curated, like a big museum.
I think the first and most important is that it provides a livelihood for people that otherwise wouldn't have the way to make a living.
So the folk art market is like me. I'm working in arts. I'm keep living in tradition. It's very big impact for us. I think without that, like me, I'm a small person, cannot share my art, my culture, my tradition to the world.
IFAM was a great opportunity for all the artists, and especially for the artists that represent a group of people. It's not personal benefit, it's a group benefit.
What I have, I share to the Thai people who work with me, like make embroidery, and I bring their work to sell here. And when I show the picture who bought from folk art market, I bring back to show her in my hometown. The people who make with me, all they proud and happy. They have a value of the life.
It's really a nice experience to be in this market, a beautiful market with a lot of culture. I never thought like this market is happening, where I can see the whole world. One of the best things which I learned from this market, I thought my craft is best. There's nothing best. But when I come in this market, it opens the windows. No, in this world, there's other crafts which are the best also. But it encourages me so I can do them more and more.
It's a way for us to get to see each other, to know our values in a peaceful way, to understand cultures. And for artists actually to see that the United States is a welcoming place and to take that information, that learning home.
Well, the market has grown tremendously. I think the founders had no idea that it would become what it is today. The first year, there were very few artists, maybe, 70, and they were hoping they would get a few thousand people, and they got thousands of people. And now, of course, the record, I believe, is something like 22,000 people over 30 hours and $3.2 million in sales. The impact is just unbelievable.
I've seen the market grow and evolve since those very early days. First of all, of course, it's bigger. But second of all, I think it's become a little more inclusive. I remember in the very early days, there was a real effort to make sure that everything was very traditional.
We had a lot of young people that were submitting applications that weren't sort of giving us the clues as to how this fit with their traditions and their folk art traditions. So there were changes made to the application, and that really made an important change for the artists and who could be in the market and who might be selected, because they were very, on the whole, articulate about how they had maybe learned how to weave from a grandmother, or they had learned how to make pots from an uncle. But then what they really wanted to talk about was how they took what they had learned and maybe had gone on to school, maybe had gone outside the community and come back and really taken that to a next step. And if we don't have and honor innovation within the folk arts, we're not going to have people apply.
My wish for the future of folk art is, in the market here, is that there be a greater involvement of younger people. I think one of the things that happened this year was the move down to the rail yard. We got a greater group of people coming from those age groups because it was more accessible.
I had never been to this event. It had never really intrigued me. It never really even reached me in a way. Like I had heard about it, but it was never something I would even necessarily think about going to. And then once I experienced it, it was incredible. So even if you can't afford everything that's in the market, to be able to see it and experience it and interact with the people who make it, who travel so far to be here. I mean, it's such a special experience. And so I want to be able to bring that to a larger audience. So by moving to the Rail Yard Park, I think what we were able to do was bring a level of visibility that this event hasn't seen before. You really open it up to so many more people.
Making sure that there is something at market for somebody who wants to just be there for the experience. For example, like you want to experience a different kind of music or culture at night market, we have that for you. If you have $20 that you can spend at market, we still will have scarves that are available for you, or a small purse or something that's made by a person, handmade and personal, that they can still share the experience and tell you about the tradition that went into it. And then we have things at market that cost $5,000, and that's still a handmade item that is still very personal to the artist that made it, but we want to make sure that there is something there for everyone, whether it's an experience or a conversation or a piece of art that you'd like to purchase.
I hope for the future of the market that we will have a 50th anniversary. I hope that we will be able to continue the way we are. It's always challenging because of fundraising. We support the artists big ways. They take home most of what they sell, and we depend on donations from many people. And I also hope that the artist forms will continue to evolve in ways that are relevant to the future, and same way it will continue impacting the lives and the communities in which the artists are.